What's going on, fellow Platinum Trophy chasers? Today, we're going through my experience getting the Platinum Trophy for Lollipop Chainsaw RePOP. This game is a total of 51 trophies with 1 gold, 15 silver, 34 bronze, and a Platinum Trophy. The trophy balance in this game is not ideal, as only has 1 gold trophy and is basically a full-on bronze fest. But get ready to hack and slash your way through 7 stages of zombie-infested areas, all while listening to over-the-top banter between characters. This game is highly inappropriate, so if anyone is around, I'd strongly recommend you wear a headset. I will warn you though, that you have to beat the full game through at least 2 times at a minimum to get the Platinum Trophy, but it'll more likely be like 4 plus, as there's a lot of things that need to be accomplished. Also, there isn't a trophy for beating the game on hard mode, but you have to beat it on hard as some of the collectibles only appear on that mode. Before diving into the trophies, I want to go over my experience for going for the Platinum. I started the game on easy to just chill and play through the game the first time and enjoy the story without putting too much effort in. You could start out on hard right away to try to limit your playthroughs, but I would not recommend it, as you'll get bodied fairly easily. Once I beat the story on easy, I was fully upgraded and had almost all the attacks unlocked as well, which makes everything significantly easier. This was extremely helpful for hard mode. When going between difficulties, the zombies obviously do more damage, but it also limits the amount of healing lollipops you can carry. On easy you get 9, normal you get 6, and hard you get 3. So between the zombies hitting way harder and the limited healing items, it can be tricky. But no fear, as there's an easy way to combat this system. If you beat the game in either easy or normal first, you have all your sidekick's abilities unlocked. I know what you're thinking, get to the point already, but you will thank me later. There is an ability that you shake your sidekick around and money, ammo, and healing lollipops fly around for you to collect. This ability is a lifesaver, as you can use up all your healing items and then pop this and refill it completely as long as you hit the button fast enough. This even works during the boss battles, which helps a ton. It only doesn't work on the very last boss, as you can't use any of your abilities. There is a cooldown on this ability, but you shouldn't run into that being an issue because you shouldn't have to use all your healing items that fast. The truly only really hard boss in this game is on stage 5, as he has like 7 stages and hits extremely hard. And it does work during this fight, and that's all that really matters. With that said, there are 7 collectible type trophies in this game, and I would recommend you use a guide for one of them to prevent having to replay the stages again on hard mode. This guide is for Lollipop Addict, which is to collect all 40 lollipops in the game. Thankfully, when I played, I only missed a lollipop on hard in the prologue and stage 3 early on in the level, but I would check a guide just to save yourself the trouble. You can get all the lollipops in hard mode, whereas if you play normal and easy, you can only get some of them, which is why even though there's no trophy for hard, you still have to play it. The other 6 collectible ones are pretty easy, and they are Always on the Phone, which you automatically get for being the game. It is to collect all telephone messages. Oh my god, music is so cool, is to buy all the music at the shop. Perfect Body is to fully upgrade your character, and Master Sushi Chef is to unlock all the combo attacks. And Standard Mirror Night Saver is to rescue all of the classmates. This is required not only for this trophy, but to get the good ending trophy as well. There are a total of 21 classmates that you need to save. They are very easy to see as they have an SOS over them, and they're all on the main path and playing through the levels, so you shouldn't miss any of them. You should easily get this on your normal easy playthrough as well. Hard's a little tricky just because there's a couple of them where the zombies get and kill the guy pretty fast, so if you struggle to get to him fast enough, he won't make it. Which leaves the last collectible trophy being Zombie Fancier, which is to complete the zombie album. This is done by defeating all the named zombies in the game. This requires multiple playthroughs again, as some only appear in hard mode, and one appears in the very last stage on time attack mode. While on the topic of time attack mode, and taking a look at the trophies, one would assume that you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and get the trophy for completing time attack mode, and beat Dad's time for each level, to get those trophies at the same time. As nice as that would be, it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. You can only beat Dad's time in the regular game mode. Dad's time on each level seems like it'd be super annoying, but it really isn't that bad. Just drop the game down to easy and run past all the sections of the game where you don't have to kill a set number of zombies. If you do this, you'll beat the level with 4+ minutes to spare, depending on how efficiently you defeat the boss at the end. But it's really not that bad. Now for playing and beating time attack, it is not too hard, especially since you can't do this until you beat the game once. So you'll have everything upgrade unlocked by this point for the most part. But you only get 1 life, and the lowest difficulty you can play on is normal. Now if you do die during the stage, you don't have to start completely over from the very beginning, you just start at the beginning of that stage. So it sucks, but it's not too bad. But the kicker is, You cannot save and quit after each level. You have to play this straight through, which roughly takes 3 hours depending on how fast you're running. The nice thing is, since it's on PS5, you can pause the game and put your PS5 into rest mode to take a break. I did this a few times. The only risk with this is if you lose power and your PS5 turns off, well, you're screwed. So you're starting over. So just pray you don't lose power. The balance of the trophies really aren't too hard to get, with most of them being unlocked while playing through the game normally. There are 8 trophies that you automatically get from the story, with the balance being random things like doing certain actions in a boss fight, defeating 3,000 zombies, dropkick 51 zombies, and so forth. There are only 2 trophies that you really have to try and grind for, which are Go Metal Racer Go, which is to pick up all the zombie medals on the rooftop with the chainsaw dash. This trophy is on the second stage and is over the course of 3 different rooftops. You have to grab all the coins while dashing. If you stop dashing and grab on an accident, you have to restart from your last checkpoint. The trickiest part is the last section, due to there being a time limit. If the 5-second timer runs out, you die and have to restart from your last checkpoint. Otherwise, you can just dash, pause, reline up, and dash again for the other sections. And the other one is Love Nick, which is use your sidekick ability 100 times. This could be earned while replaying the game multiple times, but I had to grind about 50 uses because I just kept forgetting about the ability. The easiest one to use is the Nick Toss. It is the shortest animation and doesn't have a timer like the rest of them do. Once you have a bunch of money saved up and have everything unlocked, just sit in front of a shop and spam the ability button and keep buying more tickets to use the abilities until you get it. So if you do have to grind it out, it'll only take probably like 10 minutes to grind every one that you're missing. Overall, this game took me 18 hours to plat. I overall really enjoyed playing this game and getting the platinum. This game is really fun, and there really aren't any trophies in this game that you're going to have a mental breakdown over. If you're a fan of zombie games, this game's going to be right up your alley. If you don't really care for zombie games, you'll still probably enjoy this game, as it isn't like your typical zombie survival, where you're facing hordes and hordes of zombies and need upgrade gear to survive. I would definitely recommend picking up this game and getting the platinum. Don't let the hard mode steer you away from this game. It is manageable. Yes, replaying the game multiple times might seem like a pain, but since the game isn't very long, it really isn't that bad. Let me know in the comments if you platinum this game and what games you'd like to see in the future. Make sure you subscribe and join the chase so you don't miss any future videos. Until next time, remember, plat chasing isn't a hobby, it's a lifestyle.